Hello, everyone, and welcome to our United Cloud webinar. I am Alan Marston, Director of Business Development, and I am here with my boss and one of the owners of United Cloud, Rio Hub, will be doing the presentation. You will notice a chat window to your right. Please post your questions there as you remember them, and we will answer those either as we're going or at the end. Okay. Finally, if anyone wants to see how Microsoft Teams Connector works, Rio will demo that after the Q&A. And with that, I will turn it over to Rio to get started. Rio?
Hey, thanks, Alan. Hello, everyone. We'll try our best to stay on time. If you have any questions, we'll try to answer them towards the end of the session. We'll have about 10 minutes before demoing the Microsoft Team application connector. So with that, we'll start with United Cloud. We are 100% a channel partner. We'll provide X as a service. We'll talk a little bit about the agenda that we have for today. We will be going over the company overview as well too. So we'll talk about as well as the partner portal platform, discuss also the pricing. Sorry, something happening here. Okay. Talk about the pricing and plans, partner programs, and we'll leave the Q&A towards the end. So who's United Cloud? United Cloud is a leading provider of unified communications and collaboration solution to Canadian businesses through an exceptional 100% channel-focused partner network. So we stand behind you as a partner, and we support you through the whole process to make sure you're successful, because we see success through your success. We are a 6 years old company where we have 0 direct sales people in the company because we're 100% channel. We are a real Canadian data sovereignty compliant. We are geo-redundant in the Canadian soil in Vancouver, Calgary, Ottawa, Montreal. We'll provide 2 partner programs. One is the private white label, and the other is the agent. We also provide you with tools to simplify the partner experience. We also provide you with the full branded marketing platforms that will include print, email, and quoting. We're also gonna introduce you to the Microsoft Team Connector and talk a little bit about the video surveillance as a service. Why VoIP matters to the MSPs? Because it's a new recurring revenue stream for the MSPs, basically. Since VoIP is a part of the data world that the MSP manage already, MSP now can easily include the offer in their stack of services. When it comes to MSPs worrying about, I never done phones or I never done any hosted PBX application, they don't have to worry about that because we provide the complete knowledge, training, and support to help our partners get up and running very quickly. So everything is covered in our onboarding process when it comes to sales, marketing, and technical, just to ensure your success as a partner. Another reason, phone companies right now, they're trying to enter the MSP domain and will continue to. So you need to act fast. You need to be the single source provider with the right partner. I give you example here, Verizon, TELUS is doing the same thing here. Staples also doing the same thing. So you need to make sure you stay on top of things and keep that relationship tight with your existing partners before these guys come and take it away from you. So client single source expectation. Your client depends on you for everything when it comes to IT, and voice and surveillance are the newest application on the network you already manage. The MSP needs to return retain control of the network and be the one hand to hold, and then eliminate the worries of who will sell them to your clients. If you're offering that and you have a good relationship with your client, they will trust you. Nobody likes the change. We're real Canadian data sovereignty compliant when it comes to the government, health, legal, accounting, and others. That's very important. So be sure that you choose the right provider for your clients. Now we'll talk about the UCaaS and hosted voice services that we have. UCaaS stands for the Unified Communication as a Service, and the other applications that we have, including the video. So we'll provide the private white label cloud hosted PBX. It's a branded client self-care via web browser from anywhere. So basically you can really manage your clients from anywhere as long as you have a web browser and internet access. We provide extensive telephony features, including the 100% redundant Canadian solution. We have the call recording, SMS, desktop, full call center features, and also enabling all these features to be available for the Microsoft Teams users through the connector that we have. We also provide a contact center as a service, so you can build your dashboard the way you would like based on the performance stuff that you would like to see on that dashboard. Next, we have the SIP trunks. It's the next generation of fancy phone lines. So we can connect to an existing on-prem PBX. If it's a new and supports SIP, no problem. If it's an old one and requires PRI or analog, we still can deliver that by placing a gateway in between. UC Connect, it's a video calling, desktop sharing, and webinar portal. So the core features are video meetings rooms. You can do screen sharing, webinar features. It's very similar to the Zoom, Google Meet, Join.me, Microsoft Teams, GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar, Cisco. So you can do video conferencing, and you can also do webinars as well. So one to many or 25 people can engage in a room and talk to each other as well too. So this is on the same platform. You don't need to get another application to run, and it's a WebRTC based. It's up to 25 participants. 10 during trials that we're doing right now. We're giving free trials till the end of August. Dynamic grid up to 5x5 video feeds and other stuff as well. So you could see now when you're talking, it will highlight whatever person who's talking with the blue, so you know who's talking. You can have different grids to see. Same thing goes with the screen sharing as well too. Talk about Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is a very good application for people like it because of the collaboration. It's a one-stop shop for meetings, document sharing, chat, booths, and calendar projects, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to the phone feature, it's still not there. It doesn't give the client, the right features that they need day-to-day basis. So it's the hardest element of the team deployment. And it means disruption and change. That's why they'd like to defer to the end or maybe never. Teams phone call features. The challenges that Microsoft Teams are facing and people not intended to use it as a phone system just for the internal users because it lacks reporting, dashboards, analytics, call recording, mixed type of users. When I talk about mixed type of users, if you have a phone in the lobby, you cannot really you shouldn't be paying crazy money like $50 for that user, and you need to have accounts with the Office and all that. It's just a phone, so that way you don't have that option with the Microsoft Teams. It's either all or nothing. Economical calling plans, friendly support, and the desktop devices and tools, and integration with the extensive CRMs. For that reason, Microsoft Teams plus United Cloud Connector will give you the complete solution. So what I mean by the complete solution is now you'll be able to utilize the features that we have on our PBX system through the Microsoft Team user. Even though if you want to turn that Microsoft Team user, not only is just phone system, but also a call center, and you can run that stuff because now we can control the routing and the reporting on our side. Video surveillance as a service. It's the same concept as the hosted. It's plug and play. The market is $20 billion by 2024. So, and as we know, it's those are IP cameras. They need the network to work. And since you manage the network, why don't you take a huge part of this revenue and start making extra money? It's very affordable, easy setup, 3 quick steps. You can access it from any device. It's a multi-site tenant, so you can view multiple sites locations all from one interface. It has the SMS alarms and motion detection stuff. Let's talk about some sample case studies here. Able Dental, 2 sites, 65 users. They were facing challenges, quality issues with current VoIP provider, outages over 24 hours each. They were looking for easy to use and manage application by their own IT department. We provided them with all of that and switched them over in less than 24 hours. And the cable call had to waive 27K in contract termination fee because they didn't meet their SLA. We will provide them with more efficient operation. They've been with us 2 years plus and 100% uptime. Go a little bit larger scale here. BC-based insurance client with 47 sites, 700 users. Challenges, they were looking for easy to install and manage central application. They were looking for centralized reporting and the ability to have elastic call capacity. We provided them with all of that, and they've been with us for 2 years plus, 100% uptime. There's many more, and we don't need to go through all of them, but let's talk about the market opportunities now, especially now for the UCaaS after the pandemic stuff that happened. The business owners look at their business and the performance in a different way right now. They want to be able to provide the employees with the capability to work remotely. And we have the perfect application since the business owner and the manager can monitor the performance of their employee. We have all the tools to do so. We are 100% channel partner program. You don't need to give your clients away or limit your revenue stream or earn a low commission or maybe supporting a system that you don't control, even worried about training your team on a new product. You don't have to worry about any of that because our partner program gives you everything you need to sell, provision, manage, and support your own X as a service. You look at us as your employees for free. Basically, we are the telecom department in your company working for you to make sure everything is stable. So it's headache free. United Cloud recognizes that partners and their customers are facing an immediate need to support remote workers with effective communications and productivity tools, and we have that for you. How? We're 100%, as I mentioned, partner focused and driven. Your success is our success. We only make money when you make money. So it's our job to make sure you're successful. Otherwise, we're wasting our time. We provide you with the hands-on marketing support, hands-on sales support, and also hands-on technical support. Hands-on marketing support, we make it very simple for you to create new opportunities. We give you branded or co-branded marketing and white paper collaterals. We provide you with an email marketing platform with 60 plus templates and continue to grow on those templates. Hands-on sales support. We make it easy and simple for you to close more deals. Our experts will help you sell and onboard the new accounts with you or for you. With you if you are an agent, for you if you are a reseller. So we'll wear your hat and we be one of your sales engineers. Dedicated time to consult and plan with your partner success manager. So once we onboard you, one of the partner success manager will get assigned to you to help you on day-to-day things. Hands-on technical support, which a lot of people try to be concerned about this. We make it very simple for you to deploy and onboard your clients. Fully automated client onboarding process. It's basically zero touch, plug and play. You can work directly with our knowledgeable team for troubleshooting and support. You also can deliver the service in minutes, not weeks. And we've proven that, especially through the difficult times that the world went through, we're able to turn clients and businesses live in minutes. Partner programs. We'll talk about the partner programs. We have two partner programs. We have the private white label program and we have the agent program. To choose the right partner program for you, if you are planning to bill or support your client, then private label is the right program for you. If you're trying to do none of those or one of them, you have to go with the agent because the agent, they don't bill, don't support as well too. They sell and they install if they would like to. To give you the the difference between the two programs here, we'll talk about the private white label program. So the partner will close the sales cycle and get the contract signed. They own the customer relationship. They make money simply by they do the markup based on their wholesale prices. They decide how much they want to make. It's typical between 30 to 55 on monthly gross profit, depending on the opportunity and how big it is. The startup fees, we for they'll do the customization and rebranding for $2,000. We have options on that. We'll talk about that towards the end of the presentation here. The branding will provide branded material, branded with your logo to help you close the sale. Install service, you handle the installation or we'll help you coordinate that. What I mean by that is, let's say you close the deal outside your territory. You could be your head office is in the east and you close the deal in the west. We have partners across the country that they can work with you to help you with the deployment on your behalf. You invoice the client and you do the tier one support. We'll support you with tier two, tier three. As for the agent program, the agent, when it comes to the sales, it's the same thing. You close the deal and get the contract signed. You own the customer relationship. You make money by the one-time incentive and the monthly recurring revenue. You get percentage of that as well too, up to 20% of the monthly recurring revenue. Startup fee, there's no startup fee, but we require you to have an enough account to be able to demo and understand how our system works. Branding will provide you with United Cloud branded material or co-branded with your brand to help you make the sales. Install the service, you could install or we'll help you with the installation as well too. We invoice the client and we'll provide the tier one support. The agent program is ideal for companies that say, we would like to offer your product, but we don't want to really support it on that side or bill it. But they want to install it and make sure the network is ready for it. So it's an ideal program for those people who would like that. The most advanced partner tools. We'll provide you with everything that you need when it comes to the tools. So we'll provide you with online certification training, quoting, order and port number, from that portal, you can do line test tools, email marketing software, on-demand branded marketing material. You can do the support for the installation, technical, and sales as well too. I'll go through that in a bit. So let me expose you now to the actual conduit. We'll talk about the conduit right now. The conduit is your portal as a partner. That's for one-stop shop for you. You could see here, this is the dashboard. It shows the core statistics. We have Calgary 100%, Ottawa 100%, Vancouver it's 100%, 9.9999, and also we have the uptime here 100%. If the downtime here when we do upgrades and do some modification, but something you should know, guys, our database is symmetric across all the geo nodes. So if we want to do update or shut one of the platforms down, the traffic is already redundant on the other three. So you will never notice any interruption in the service. Okay, the contact details here, you'll access if it's technical or emergency or escalation, or if it's non-technical. We also push the partner news through here as well too. We send it to you via email, but in case if you missed it, you can come here and read it. Next to that, you can access the knowledge base database here for anything that you need. Also the phone portal, and you can start a chat, which will turn it into a ticket to help us better track it and get back to you as soon as possible. Start with a quote. We provide you with a quoting tool in here. So the quote is very easy to build the quote. We made it very simple. We have everything for you. You just fill in the blanks as long as you know what you need to quote the client on. So basically all what you have to do is click on, put the quantity, put everything you want in here, if it's how many lines, phone numbers, port charges, and towards the end, it gives you a cost breakdown, monthly, one-time install phones and all that stuff, and the recurring revenue, the recurring fees, and the upfront fees. So that way the client knows how to budget for it. And after that, give me a second here. Okay, so you can have the code done for you. You can open it in PDF, and that quote will be with your logo if you're a white label, and has everything for there, and the content there. It's like a contract, covers you for the 911 and other stuff as well too. So you can turn it as a contract. You can do it month to month or 2 years, 3 years. Everything's done through here. Next, I'll talk to you about the forms. Here we can apply for the new phone numbers or porting numbers, whatever you need. You just need to fill in the blanks and submit it through the portal here. Same thing goes for the toll-free, SIP trunks, fax services, or the white page listing as well too. Talk about the tools. We do the line test just to make sure the system can, the site or can handle the calls that they would like to. So based on the auto select latency, because we are geo-redundant across the country, you can run this as, from your client site, and then it will check for the fastest server. And in case I'm in Calgary here, so it's going to pick up Calgary based on the ping results. I know the quality is good because the jitter and the ping are below the recommended thresholds. Now I need to determine the capacity on the concurrent calls. So basically, I'll take the highest speed between the lowest speed between the upload and download, and we require 110 kilobits per second for a full duplex voice call. So if you divide this by 1.1, you get 294 simultaneous calls can be from my office here. So if you use the telco math, this could be a 10% of what actually the number of users. The quality is good. gives you the your ISP, and gives you your IP, public IP address. The other one is tool is the footprint tools, which we encourage our partners to train their sales guys to come here first before, if it's not a major city, then it's, come here, check there if we can offer um, service in that rate center. So all you have to do is you can put the MPA, which is, let's say, 905, and then the NXX is for the rate center 552. And I know in this rate center, I can get a new number port, but I cannot do SMS. But I can port an existing MSS number over and use it as that. So it gives you an idea right now if we can offer service. So when your sales guy go to the client, they know what to say and what to include. 911 registration. We give you alerts in here. So if you have a few numbers they're not assigned, then you could do that as well too. The second we'll talk about is the training. We'll talk about the marketing. So we'll go quickly through this. We'll provide you with the marketing engine tool. We give you printable assets that will be branded to you or co-branded. So I'll give you an example. So let's say with the print here, we give you vertical market oriented material, like, so it's focused. For example, let's talk about the account or insurance. So this brochure talks about the insurance here. It's gonna load up. So this is focusing on the insurance market. So we highlight the features that benefits that vertical market. So once you load it up, it's gonna put your logo, and it talks about the key features and so on and so forth. And towards the end, it's gonna have your contact information based on your account. So it's gonna be right there for you. You got two choices here to download a low resolution if you want to send it via email as a PDF, or maybe if you do high resolution if you would like to print a hard copy. So you got that choice to do whatever you would like. This is one of that stuff here. You can talk about, for example, white papers, on-prem versus cloud and stuff like that. Contact center, for example, if you want to push that. That data sheet about the contact center will be with your logo, the contact center solution that works for you, improve the customer experience and enhance loyalty. Talks about mention the analytics, scheduled reports, and SMS capability as well too. So you could see everything in here. You can download it low resolution or high resolution if you want to print it out. The other thing is I would like you to see is the email campaign stuff. It's the same thing here, but with email templates, you can design a dripping campaign and then push your campaign weekly, bi-weekly, or twice a week. How to do that is we'll talk the phone system solution for service businesses. You can talk about how to set up your business for remote work immediately, like right away. Partners start pushing this through the pandemic to their existing clients, and they were very successful in getting some traction. You know, right away when you send those kind of news articles to the prospect or the existing client, you get their attention because when things happen, people intend to overthink stuff and they don't have a clear mind. But when you mention stuff like that, then you get their attention. If they're interested, then they can access, reach out to you through the information you provide on your card, or you can. This is one way, or you can run a summary report here. We do have a different articles as well too, and news. 60 here, so you can have a bucket, dripping campaign bucket that goes every once a week or twice a week, whatever you want, and stay the engagement with your clients or your prospects. The other way is to, let's say if I send this to Rio, I want to run a report here, email, summary report, Rio open it 5, 10 times. Maybe Rio is interested in something or he's looking for something. Then I can send one of the sales guys to reach out to Rio and see if we can help him. That will give you an idea here through this. So let's get back now to, I think that will cover the training stuff and the marketing, cover the marketing aspect of it. They also can do the training certification through here, but that's on onboarding. Once we get you onboarded, the channel manager will help you with that as well too. We'll talk actually now about the manager portal. I'll talk about the, let's give you an example here. This is the voice platform. Talk about, in this case, I'm gonna do the office unitedcloud.ca, or could be XYZ Plumbing or ABC Law Firm. Give it a name, description, and email sender for the notification. Defaults will be, we do US and Canada. By default, we don't put international just in case. We can override based on whatever user you want them to call long distance, just to eliminate any fraud or people eating up your long distance minutes. Time zone, you put the head office here, but you can override for every site because we are a multi-site tenant application. You can override that based on site by site. So voicemail transcription, we do Google. We support French, English, and Spanish. You can put the area code, the caller ID that you want to show to the client and to the caller, and then the 911 caller ID will go to the 911. So whatever you want to register address on that. Preferred server location, it's Calgary because our testing tool said that we should connect through Calgary. Limitation, and here I would like a little bit of your attention on this. United Cloud supports two plans. One, we call it the unlimited, so basically all you can eat. No busy signal, includes Canada and USA unlimited. This plan is ideal for low number of users, up to 10, 15, depending on the calling volume of each business. But on this, the rate is about $35 per user. But if you have a higher enterprise stuff, let's say 200 users, and times $35, that will equal to 70 grand. That's above anybody. You won't be competitive, and you lose your opportunity with that deal. For that, what we came up after saying, hey, not every user with those 200 users, for example, would require a channel. If you use the telco math, probably 15% channels should be sufficient. Could be 20, depending on the business and the nature of the business, but you have the flexibility to add now. So for that, we created the unsquared model, and that unsquared model is ideal for large enterprise. So 5 seats and up, you start looking into it, and I'll talk about more details in here. But here, where you can limit the number of users, for example, so you can put 200 in here. So it's like the on-prem pricing model, right? So you have the unlimited extensions. You have many extensions, and then you call the telco or the telephone company to add lines. Same concept. So here we'll say 15%, so that will equal up to 30 channels. So instead of 70 grand, the users now became $10, but those users call extension to extension, so it's unlimited extension to extension. But to call outside, whether it's external or whether it's inbound or outbound external call, then it's limited to the number of the channels that you put in here. So that gives you an idea. For the recording, we include 1 gig and 30 days of retention. Okay, so this is as far as it go for here. Let me see. I dive into the PBX account here. So that's what the office manager will see. You can have the home, call center view, user, conference, auto attendant, call queues, time frames, music on hold, and inventory where you have all the numbers and the hardware, and then you have the call history to trace anything you when when you have the call in here happening. Sorry, that's so you could see now the number of you, the duration, and also the number of calls. So usage statistics. You have one current call, and so far 107 calls done today, 186 total minutes today. So it gives you all the statistics on here as well too. As far okay, it gives you everything about the domain here. So you have 27 users, 29 registered devices, 114 devices, 6 auto attendants, 7 call queues, and so on and so forth. The peak here is the concurrent call, the maximum concurrent call. So if you got a client 10 lines and they're reaching the 10 lines, now you know they're the peak, they are peaking at 10. Maybe you need to add 1 or 2 more just to avoid any busy signal. That's for the unsquared model. The unlimited is more money for per user, but there's unlimited no busy signal calls. Create a user is very simple. You add the user here, first name, last name, extension, and we have 5 user scope levels. No portal, they don't have access to the portal. Basic user, call center agent for have detailed reporting and call whisper, bars, and all that stuff. And then the supervisor is the person who manage those agents. The office manager who's in control of the whole domain. Give you an example here. So let's go search by Rio. Rio, I just added Rio here, and I'm going to Rio's profile, for example. Rio has extension 209. He's in the department business development, and the site is Calgary. So you can have different sites. Could be Vancouver, Ottawa, Montreal, whatever it is, right? So first name, last name. The login name is the extension at whatever you call that domain. In this case, we call it could be xyzplumbing.ca or it could be whatever, right? So in this case, it's unitedcloud.ca. Language is English. Time zone is Canadian Mountain Time. You can change, override the language if you have a client or one of the employees speaks French and his time zone works out of Montreal, so you can do this. The minute you hit save, it will change the whole interface to the desired language. Color ID, color name. So answering rules. So you can choose here the answering rules. It will ring all your extensions after 10 seconds. It rings my mobile, and when I'm offline, it goes to my cell. So you can do not disturb, call answering. But let's say, for example, for whatever reason, that phone is not online. It could be unplugged, or it could be internet is down or network is down, whatever it is. Now it will ring my cell phone right away, just so I will never miss a call. Otherwise, ring all my phones. If I have an office at home, it will ring there. At the same time, will ring my office at work. And whatever available, I pick up. But if I don't pick up after 10 seconds, which is about 3 rings, then start ringing my mobile. That's the find me, follow me feature. Voicemail, it's easy to configure here. You can just add for the unified messaging, send with attachment as a new for the voicemail transcription. You can choose your greeting or record your greeting. Phones, you can add a phone simply by clicking the add button. You give it a different suffix as if you're outside, if you already done 209. So it could be 209 M for whatever mobile, or Y for Yealink, or P for Polycom, whatever you want to call it. And you add the desired device that you would like. So we support Cisco. GrandStream, Yealink, HTech, Polycom, VTech, Snom, you name it. So let's say you select a Yealink phone, you give it a MAC address, and then yeah, you give it a MAC address here, and as soon as you plug this phone, the T57W, it will be it will go to the site, to the provisioning server, and downloads all the configuration that it needs to. That's without you touching the phone because we support the zero touch provisioning. So you can take the phone directly from the manufacturer, drop it at the customer site, it knows where it goes. We also provide with the soft phone tool, so you can download it through the App Store or download it through the Google for the Android. You can use your login and the password that you set up for your account. Okay. Once you do this and you do the advance, you send the welcome email, then that email will go to the user and they'll set up their password for that. The other one is that I would like to show you is we have the web phone application as well too. So the web phone application is WebRTC, plug and play basically. So it's ready for you. You don't need to download anything. People can use it from any device, any computer or whatever it is. So you can do instant messaging between the employees within your organization or and you can send a text message if you would like through here as well too, or you can make a call. If you look back to the user phone profile here, it shows it's unregistered because I just turned it on right now. If I hit refresh, you'll see the buttons will change. So now it is registered. This is good. The other one is I would like to show you that we have you can control the button builder through here. So if you have the phone at the client side, it gives you a full control to control the BLF keys and assign the keys to the whatever feature you want to do. So I'll give you an example. If I want to assign this, I have this phone on my desk and I can touch up here and select the feature. You can do line appearance, shared line appearance, BLF, so on and so forth. And you give it a custom label and you're good to go. Second is I'll show you the time frame quickly here. You can add the time frame simply by adding a time frame, whether it's days of the week or specific days. You can add your calendar holidays in here as long as it takes up to the time per hour, the day, and per minute as well too. Or maybe days of the week you can do Monday and Tuesday and so on and Wednesday. Or maybe you want to have a special time frame between lunch and so on and so forth. So it gives you the flexibility. It's very dynamic. It's very intuitive. And most importantly, it's dummy proof. So basically, if you have people with basic knowledge on the phone system, they don't need to know too much. We made it easy for everyone. Okay, so we'll talk about the auto attendant now. We're running out of time, and I know Alan is making sure that I don't exceed. Okay, so the attendant, so you can have the auto attendant. Basically, you create the auto attendant. It's very easy to assign the key. You give it a name and an extension. Keys are usually not assigned like this. You can send it to user, conference, call queue, directory, voicemail, external number, or maybe add another tier here, and you can do the same thing again. I gotta speed things up here, otherwise. Call queues is straightforward. You'll give you an example here. You can have the support queue as an example. We have round robin, call, ring all, linear hunt, linear cascade. You assign a number, and some of these numbers could have SMS capability in it. record the call, so all calls will get recorded once they get answered. You can do the statistics, so you can check the performance of those agents on that queue. Does it, you can set it up the way you would like in here. You can also allow the callback option. And when it's in queue, you can set up the ring timeout and all those configuration. We can talk more about this for the contact center if you guys interested. SMS is you can enable the SMS. Not only people can make a call and sit on the queue waiting for one of the agents to answer, you could do SMS and then the SMS will sit in the queue till one of the agents available to take your SMS message and go back and forth with you. You can set up the initiation keywords, so to trigger the initiation message or the termination message and so on. Okay. Inventory is where you have your phone numbers and here where you control everything. For example, you can look at the call here. You can treatment, you can send it to conference call, queue, voicemail, auto attendance, SIP trunk, and so on and so forth. You have a list of your SMS numbers, phone hardware, and the fax numbers as well too on your domain. I'm looking at this view as the office admin. You also can see the call history. I would for it to come in here. So I'm gonna show you a call happening. So you see all the call history. If you have calls happening, if you have something recorded, for example, you can download the recorder. You can listen to the recording if you want through the click here. You can put the message in there. You can, basically you can see everything. So you could look at the hover over here. You could see the quality, the codec, the MOS, the jitter, and so on and so forth. You can have trace the call. If you know how to read the SIP packets here, the invites, or you can do a full trace. We give you that as well too. So everything in here, so you can check the call legs as well too and read it through. All of that is available to you as a partner. Whatever helps you. Okay. The other thing is I will show the attendant console. So there's a call happening here. For example, I take that call. I can, hey, I would like to speak to Rio, but Rio is on the phone. Would you like me to send it to his voicemail or transfer it anywhere? You could do that. You can take the call and park it. Okay, so from any touch phone or just it's a drag and drop. Now receptions can move around with the tablet, taking that and dumping it in there. So no issues. With that, I'm going to go back to the plans on pricing and hopefully we'll be on time. United Cloud, as I mentioned too, we do support two plans. One we call the unlimited plan. The other one is the unsquared plan. The unlimited is the user $30 to $35 per user per month, includes the unlimited Canada and USA and long distance. This is the suggested MSRP. So here I'm just going to talk about the suggested MSRP price. Agents will have to follow the MSRP prices, and resellers, I have the pricing there for the wholesale. They can do the markup if they would like. And so I'm just going to talk about the suggested MSRP for this presentation, and you guys can pick the cost in there for the resellers. So as I mentioned, the unlimited plan is ideal for a low number of users. And for example, if you have 5 users here at $35, 5 people on the call with clients, then another 5 people call in, they will never receive a busy signal. So this is what the unlimited means, and they can have unlimited US long distance. If any of those users would like to have the call center, contact center features, you add $15 per user, whoever you would like to add that feature to. The IDs, they're $2.70 per DID per month. That will include 911. Toll free at $1.95 per DID per month and 2.8 cents per minute. The auto attendant is, we include 3 per domain, so open, close, and holidays. But for whatever reason, if they would like additional one, is 10 dollar per auto attendant. Conference, it's a value add. It's not a standalone service. So we have $10 for 10 participants, but again, the number of participants is also associated with the number of the users slash the lines. Voicemail transcription is $1 per mailbox per month, and SMS to add SMS it's $2 plus activation and one-time activation and configuration fee, $50 per user per extension. The resellers will only pay for the activation because they are doing the configuration, so there's enough margin for them on that as well too. Porting is $10 per DID. Again, this is ideal. If we go the example of the 200 users times 35, that's 7 grand. So it's way above their budget basically. So chances you blew up the chances if you approach them with the unlimited approach. For that reason, in reality, you don't need for every user to have a line. So that's why we came with the unsquared plan, where we took the line capacity out of the user. Now the user is $10. We'll make only extension to extension unlimited to call external call, whether it's inbound or outbound. Then you need a channel. And based on the concurrent number of concurrent calls, you add the channels accordingly. So the channels are $20. So just to give you an idea, so if we go back to the example, 200 users at $10, that's $2,000, and we said 15 channels, 15%, which is 30 channels at 20. That's what? That's 600. 600 plus 2,000 is 2,600 versus the 7,000 on the unlimited plan. So you can see the price drop down way below 50%. And if you divide 2,600 by the 200 users, now the user is $13. And guys, that's the MSRP, not your cost. So you could, for sure now you're very competitive in the market. The rest of the stuff is the same for contact center and everything else here. SIP trunks, we have two SIP trunk products as well too. It's a $20 per channel per month for unlimited Canadian long distance. If you need to add it, the ID is 2.8, 2.7 per minute, $2.70 per month per DID, and for the toll free is $1.95 plus 2.8 cents per minute. So it's the same thing. The Flex SIP trunk is unlimited inbound but metered outbound for $7.50. The outbound minute per minute is 1.4 cents per minute, and the rest of the stuff is the same. Fax, we have 3 fax products. Portal fax, it's ideal for people that, hey, I don't really need a fax, but just in case, up to 200 pages. $7, it's on the portal, same platform. Internet fax for people who would like more pages, more packages, but also they would like to have more features like broadcasting, cover page, confirmation, and so on and so forth. The secure fax, it's a special ATA with an ATA with a special firmware, $25 for 500 pages. That if you want to utilize the existing base the fax machine. Agent or private white label. The private, as I mentioned to you, if you are planning to bill or support your clients or any of either or, then the private white label is the right program for you. Otherwise, agency is the way to go. I talked about this, but we're going to talk about the agent's commission now and the $2,000 options for the resellers. So we have here for the agent's commission, talk about they can earn up to 15% here of the on voice value. So now whether the hardware, you purchase the hardware, if the client purchases the hardware, you get up to 15% on the invoice value of the hardware. Also, you make 15% on the activation, and you make up to 150% on the monthly recurring revenue. So this is the incentive one time, and an ongoing, you can earn up from anywhere from 10 to 20%. So on the monthly recurring, so here it shows 15, but how would you get to 20? Is based on the recurring revenue. Anywhere as soon as you hit, so between 75 plus, 7,500 plus, then you start getting the 3%, and it reaches up to 5% in addition to the 15% that you have here. So it comes to once you hit the 7,500, they will get to 18%. We'll provide the partner unlimited hosted seat. So the partner is entitled to not for resale demonstration and internal use of unlimited hosted seat. That hosted seat is $35. We give 100% no charge for unlimited hosted seat for 90 days up to 10 seats. So for 90 days, we don't charge you. But if you manage to bring 35 seats and billable MRR in the first 3 months, then we continue to use this for free. Otherwise, you just pay $10 each per month. For the resellers here, we'll talk about the $2,000 here. We got two options. Option one is the $2,000 will be due upon signing with 100% refund option. The refund option, if the partner managed to achieve $1,000 in recurring monthly revenue within 6 months, we'll credit you back the $2,000 in there. Otherwise, if you could do option two. The option two is $200 for 12 months. That's total out of $2,400, but we'll provide you with early termination of fee option, but no refund. What I mean by that is, let's say month one you pay 200, month two you pay 200, and month three you manage to achieve the 1,000 recurring revenue, then we stop the fees payment on the rest 10 months, for example. And you're the same thing for the hosted seat. You can get 10 for free for 90 days. After that, it will be $10 unless you manage to get 35 seats and billable MRR. Well, with that, I think we're done. We'll send it to back to Alan.